were cleaning the table after making your new craft, as you really like art and craft, and your profession is also artist, making drawing always light up your mood. You stop when you see Taeyong entering inside the house. You were a bit shocked as this is the first time he come home this early. You went to him and take his coat. Then you start going upstairs. Wine, you have just come, at least drink some water. Taeyong, I'm not thirsty. You bite your lower lips in disappointment, but then you also ignore it, as this is not a new thing for you. You put his coat on couch and pick the waste papers from your craft. Then you went to throw them in dustbin. You look at the time, it already dinner time, so you went to kitchen to cook. Taeyong and you has been married 2 months ago. It was arranged marriage. He was so happy to marry him as his father and your father were best friends. So whenever his father come to your house, you always stare at Taeyong. You have crush on him since you first saw him when you were in high school. But you never confessed, as he always used to ignore you, same as now. And now, when you both are married, things are same as before, but you just ignore it, as you know different people have different nature, and you also know he does not hate you, but somewhere his action hurt you, but you don't want to accept that you are hurt. You always smile when he is around. Back to the story. You smile looking at the food, as today you make special heart-shaped dish for Taeyong. You are hoping that he will like it. You went to his room to call him. You knock at door and soon he open it. You smile brightly and say, Wine, dinner is ready, come have it. Taeyong, I'm not hungry and don't disturb me, I'm working. He said and closed the door. Your smile dropped and you sighed and went back downstairs to put the food in fridge so he can eat it later if he is hungry. After finishing your food, you come inside your room and close the door. Then you went and sit on the bed and throw your back on bed and start looking at the ceiling, thinking that how your life is going to be in future if things went like this. You sit back and look at your new drawing in which you draw Taeyong cloud type drawing, so even if he see this, he won't be able to recognize. You touch it and say, Why, my workaholic husband, please spend some time with me too. I'm waiting for the day when you start opening to me. You sadly smile, a tear drops from your eye, but you wipe it and say, Why, I should not cry, I'm not weak. Saying this, you lay yourself in bed, then soon you drift into sleep. Next day, you wake up when your phone starts alarming. You sit back and silent it. Then you went to washroom for your morning routine. Then you went downstairs wrapping your hair in towel as if you made breakfast late. Taeyong will leave without eating. After completing cooking, you look up when you see him coming down. You smile, Van, good morning. Taeyong, Van, have your breakfast, Taeyong. Van, just eat it. Don't be picky, you say and went to him. He sighed, but you ignored it and made him sit on the chair and then you placed food in front of him and sit beside him. Van, how's it? Taeyong as usual. You pout at his statement and say, Van, are you going to come early today too? Taeyong, don't know. Even if I come late, don't stay up till early just to have talk with me. Van, why are you worried about me? Taeyong, what made you think that? Fine, I know. Drop the act already. When you said that, he get up. He look at the plate. He has already finished eating. Then he start going. You stand up and went after him to door and say bye to him. Then you come back in kitchen and eat your breakfast while thinking what you are going to make for dinner. You want to make something special for him today, so decide to try a new recipe which your grandma used to make when you were a kid. After finishing food, you stand up and went to clean dishes. At night, you was waiting for Taeyong now. Today he is late. You didn't even eat anything because of worry about him. As he usually come by now, you quickly get up when you see the door opening and the stress-faced Taeyong come inside. You went to him and take his coat as usual. He went and started going upstairs, but you again stop him. Why, don't you think you should tell me why did you come late? Left it, get freshened up and come downstairs. Taeyong, Van, please, I'm not in mood to talk. Van, you are never in mood to talk. You say and look down, but when you look up, he has already left. You sighed heavily and went to kitchen to put the food in fridge as you know that he won't eat it anyway, and you have to eat it later. You didn't even eat your as you have lost your appetite to eat. You want to cry badly, 'cause your hours of hard work now has become useless. You try to wear your smile as long as you could, 'cause you know crying won't solve anything and it only gonna ruin your mental health. You always pressurize yourself, thinking if we ever like you and take you as his wife, these all thought you feel like getting crushed by all these thoughts. But today it getting too much for you to handle. You went up to his room to clear the things. You opened the door and looked at him massaging his hand while the laptop was in his lap. You stopped what you were going to say as you realized he was stressed. Why, you should rest if you are stressed, Taeyong. Don't disturb me. Why always my talk is disturbance to you? Taeyong, you won't understand. These words make you angry. You went in front of him. Why, I will not understand. Are you for real? You are the one who never understand me. Taeyong, Wan, please, I'm not in mood to have fight with you. Wan, I also don't want this, but you have made me like this. Do you ever think of me keeping beside your job? You don't even know what I'm going through, and all the reason is you. I try really, really hard, but you are just a man who cares for his company, and his company is everything for him, and who didn't even care if someone who cares for him and love him will die or whatever. You say that in one breath, taking all your feeling out. Tears were flowing from your eyes, which you were hide till now from him. You flinch when you stand up and shout, saying, Taeyong, don't talk like that. I know I'm like this, but why are you taking things this far? Now just leave me alone. I'm already exhausted with all your stupid talk. I work all day long just for a better future. Can't you understand such thing? Or you don't have brain. You have been annoyed me even before our marriage. That's why I don't like you. I hate people who be clinging to other. While he was saying, you were looking down, sobbing and crying. These words were enough for you to broke completely. He went and sat on the bed again. Taeyong, now please go out if there's nothing else bad you want me to say. Somewhere he was also hurt for scolding you, but he had it as he know it late to take back the word he say. He got bit shocked when you look at him while smiling a bit, while your face was covered with your tear. When I see you hate me that much, that alright. Now I know I'm just a person who clings to others. You say and left from there, leaving him there regretting. One POV. I come inside my room while wiping my tear. Then I open my closet shelf and take all my clothes out from it to put it in suitcase as I don't think I can still stay here after all these things, at least not for some day. Even I never come back, he won't come to search for me as I'm not his anything. After some time I finally complete packing, so I shut the bag and start going out from there, but I stop and decide to leave the letter behind even after knowing he will just gonna ignore it, like how he didn't even come to see me after talking harshly to me. Taeyong POV. I was moving back and forth. I want to go to see her, but what if she cried more? Her words were roaming in my mind without realizing. A tear dropped from my eye. This is the first time I'm feeling this much regret in life. She was right. I never do anything for her, but it's not that I don't care for her. Without knowing, I have said so much to her. I hope she won't do anything wrong. Standing here won't solve anything. I went out from the room to look for her, not wanting to waste any more time. I opened the door as she was not responding. My eyes widened as the closet were open, and there was no cloth in it. Did she leave me? I ran out from room. She might still be near. I have to find her before she is gone. The fear of losing her take over me. Now I realize how much she worth to me. I call her clingy. I'm sorry, Ryan. Author POV. Here you were walking without looking in front. You were looking down, lost in your thought. Then you start crossing the road, but you stop when you hear someone shouting from behind. You look back. It was Taeyong. Your eyes widen a little as you never expect him to come after you. Before you can react, a bright flash comes toward you and